Hello, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I wanted to talk to you about how do you multitask with many subjects. So if your school is anything like my school, before all of the vacation, the holiday, the going out with friends for boba, we always have a bunch of tests. And for some reason, all of these tests manage to be on the same day. Like, I have chemistry, physics, biology, maths, blah, blah, blah. All of these somehow happen to be on the same day, which I don't know about you, but quite unpleasant. But it's inevitable. You have to do it. So I wanted to share with you some tips that I would use to get me through exam week. So let's get started. For modern foreign languages, I personally recommend that one thing you can do is to work on your vocab, like before the exam. Practice your vocab, which I definitely do find like vocab is quite important and it's something that you can do in a very short time. So that's something you should definitely do for modern foreign languages. But how are you supposed to revise for vocab? Like, do you get up in the morning and just like read off a piece of paper? Sure, you could do that if you're very enthusiastic about it. As for most of us, me included, we're not. So, what can you do? Definitely get out Quizlet. Quizlet, put your vocabs in, go through it one by one. You'll get it straight away. Trust me. The only thing that I find like not having the motivation to do is to like type it in, but I find like Quizlet, if you set it to like the first word to be Spanish and the definition to be English, it will automatically come up with the English translation for your Spanish word, which I find to be very convenient. So I feel like to learn these vocabs, the one thing that you need is motivation, and you could check out some of my other videos to get some of this. So yeah, go through Quizlet, do your vocab. Definitely helps. Okay, another thing that I find like a lot of people find it hard to do is to actually find the vocabs. Like, where do you get the vocabs? Now, I have 3 ways that you could get them. Number 1 is the best way is to ask your teacher. Your teacher should like have a vocab list of your needed vocab on your spec. So I definitely recommend like going to your teacher and asking for them for a vocab list. If your teacher doesn't have any, I would definitely recommend if you could get one of these CGP Spanish books, which definitely are incredibly useful. They are like, I don't know what you call them, but they're just super helpful. Like at the back, they sort of have every vocab that you need. It's quite a lot, but you go through it one by one, it's going to be fine for you. Now, the third one is definitely go on your spec. Go on Google your spec and then go on it, and you'll find the vocab, print it out, put it through Quizlet, do all of that things. Or if you're incredibly talented, incredibly motivated, and incredibly like that perfect girl, you can do all 3 and then put all the vocab that you didn't know and then put them into Quizlet and then go through that one by one, and trust me, that'll help you so much. Okay, now for English language and lit, not a lot you can do. Go watch some videos, and personally I don't really recommend like watching like some of those like very basic analysis. That's because like if you're aiming for the top grades, you need to watch something that's like really gonna help you like really deeply, which I recommend the First Rate Tutor, hashtag her First Rate Tutor. Definitely recommend her because she goes through like these, how do you like see an extract and how do you analyze it. That's more for English language, for English lit. do some cue cards, like write down your quotation, turn it around, write down the analysis, and then you'll be fine. Okay, just memorize those. It's all memorization. Now the next thing is the main part. I'm sure a lot of you struggle with maths, but personally I don't really, for some weird reason, but I really enjoy maths, so maths was never really like my trouble subject. So for maths, revise the concepts first, like revise how do you find something, like for example sequences. Oh, I feel like I don't really know a lot about sequences. First, revise the method of it. Then second, go to Dr. Frost Maths and Google the full coverage booklets. My maths teacher really recommended this, and like on those full coverage booklets they cover everything you need to know, like literally everything. So do a bunch of past papers, your bunch of past questions, all of these, and you'll be fine. Okay, so for the next few subjects I do the same method. For example, biology, chemistry, physics, geography, business. These 5 subjects I use the same exact method, which I'm just going to go through once. Number 1, make your super notes. Super notes are these notes that combine the information you need from your spec, from your CGP books, from your own like class workbooks, from BBC Bite Size. Combine all of these into one note and make your super note, and it's going to be so much easier for you to revise, not only for this test but also for your further GCSEs. Now secondly, I would definitely recommend typing your notes, if you're on like a really tight schedule, because writing them, it just takes a long time. That's it. I used to physically write them, but then I slowly found out that they took too much time to make, and I just didn't have enough time to do like past questions, which was really annoying. So I decided to move all of my notes to Google Docs and do that. Okay, so these are the quick revision methods for all of these subjects, but how do you balance them all? Number 1, find your weakest subject. Your weakest subjects, spend I think an hour a day doing that. Your like better subjects, spend half an hour a day, and try and keep that persistent, because if you're doing 9 subjects you can't really expect to have 3 hours of playtime every day, can you? So you have to make that sacrifice and able to get that good grade. So yeah, definitely you have to do that, but also try and balance it out, like maybe doing it in like 30 minutes intervals, like study for 30 minutes, play for 5, study for 30, play for 5. You'll slowly get into the flow of things, which will help. Okay, so that's all I have for today. I hope this does help you a bit. Hopefully my first time making like these advicey, like exam-y, like videos. So please tell me if you like them, and please do comment down below if you would like to see like how to revise every individual subjects, and I'll definitely do that for you. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.